got an indication right here, right? Also, your 2-minute EWO was looking good. So if you were doing either one, that looked good. If you were scalping the pre-market, that looked good. You got a warning sign right here. You could see it faded, pulled back as soon as it broke and held VWAP, which was the second candle. I would have got out. So you made money from here to here. Does that make sense? Yeah, absolutely. The other thing too, of course, is always if I enter here and it rides up and I get this super trend indicator, this is where I shed some. So if I had 10 contracts, right, now I have 5 left. That's off of this point. Then I would have let this ride down here. It would have broke VWAP. This would have made me nervous, and I did not like the second candle. The second candle underneath means for sure get out. Why? Because I'm in calls and they went below VWAP, which tells me run away. Let's look at it the rest of the day. Let's say you were scalping the rest of the day. Every time it went above or below this critical level, or of course VWAP, you guys could play it, right? So don't forget that's an all-day situation. That is not like a one and done because it's giving you a point of reference, which means you could have bought here. Of course, this would be to the opposite side, right? There's a put. Here's your call. And then you would have rode the rest of the day. See how it came down? It touched, it came down, it touched, and then it was gone the rest of the day. Do you see it?
Yep.
So if you guys are scalping these, don't forget this isn't like a one and done at the bell. This is you can use this for quite a bit as a reference. Yep. So don't ever forget about that though. It's not just a bell situation. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla looks like it did almost exact same thing. It did.
Look at
Tesla
that.
is almost a complete mirror image here. Tesla at 211 is what you guys had marked. Yep, I can see you were using all this. Good marks, by the way. I like that. So same drill again right here on Tesla, right? So if you're looking at Tesla on the scalp, you're waiting for the break. There's your break. It did touch down below, did touch down below. You'd have to be very careful in here. Came back up to VWAP, and of course, we don't like the super trend. This is where we shed some, and as soon as it broke VWAP and held, we get out. So this one was a little bit tougher in this range. But again, we're looking at this critical level, and then of course, once it got past it, it could never come back down below VWAP. So another good thing, don't forget, is if you wait till 10 o'clock, right? This is like the 10 o'clock line. If you wait for 10 o'clock, you're going to get rid of this morning chop, right? Once the morning chop is gone, then we get to evaluate what is left over. And you can see here that it was then inside of that
Mm-hmm.
critical level that we were talking about, broke to the upside. There's
I'm
your,
not.
all right. So anyways, same drill again. Let's look at the 2-minute on Tesla. Now with the 2-minute, you can see that it was already on the break at the open, which was right here. There's your 2-minute confirmation right here. You just got another confirmation because of course it then breaks our pre-market level to the upside. But the cool thing is if you were doing this off the 2-minute, right, you bought it. Wow, that's a nice straight line. You bought it. Hello. Boy, it's hard to do that with a mouse horizontal. So anyways, if you bought it here, right, and you used your 25 to 40% rule on your call, pops up, and gone for the rest of the day, and you bought it at this level. Does that make sense?